Hello and welcome to the Big Boi Pants Podcast. Today, our topic is when does it cross the line? The first topic that we're going to talk about. Wait, I just realized we should probably introduce ourselves.
Yeah, we have to introduce ourselves.
Yeah, right, okay.
I'm Winston. I'm Winston. I live at 874 East 18th Avenue, Vancouver, British Columbia.
My name is Kyle. I also live at 874 East 18th Avenue, British Columbia, Vancouver.
Hey, hold on, you don't live with me.
Yes, I do.
Hello, my name's Nicholas. I also live at 874 18th Avenue, British Columbia.
Okay, no, you don't live with me. You don't live with me.
No, he lives with me.
Yeah. I live with
okay. All right, continue. Sorry.
Alright, hi, I'm Jason. I don't live at 874 East 18th Avenue, Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
And we're joined by our special guest today, Shamar. Shamar, why don't you tell...
Let's call upon Shamar to this
Let's call upon Shamar to this stage. Why don't you tell a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm eating rice and meat.
Shamar, you ruin everything. You really do.
Get down.
Anyways, when does it cross the line?
Yeah, okay, I want to know. When does insulting your friends cross the line into bullying?
Is it bullying if I say, Shamar, you're a fucking idiot?
Is it like this beginning of the part? Is it considered bullying to Shamar?
Is this bullying or is it a term of endearment? At what point does it get too much and does it actually hurt Shamar's feelings?
Wait, okay, well, I think, we all probably have our own opinion to this, but I think the best person to answer this is actually Shamar.
Because he's the lightning rod of our penis.
Shamar, tell us.
Well, honestly,
us insulting you and us bullying you.
There is no baseline for everyone. Everyone has their own baseline, So, it depends how the person's feeling.
But what's bullying? When does it turn from playful jokes to us legitimately hurting your feelings?
Yeah.
It's usually just, I don't know, sometimes you just get really bummed out. Or sometimes when, even though it's not genuine, you somehow feel like it's genuine or, they might not think it's real, but it's real.
Nice.
It's hard to explain.
At certain times, have you ever thought that we have crossed the line? And how heavily do you think some of us, I'm not going to name names, because, that's not okay.
Spat out my water there.
Oh, it's okay. When do you think we've crossed the line with you?
Let's see. It's like once a month or once every 2 weeks. It's not that bad.
Like, what do we do?
That's really hard.
Well, I mean... Wait, me and John are shut up. Wait. Okay, so, it's just when you're not having a good day, you just don't want to deal with some shit, and then you get called a fucking, shit, can I say this? No, I can't.
You probably can't say it. We can't even swear, but...
I don't want to be that guy, Shamar, but the way you're talking about this, it kind of sounds like you want to shoot up our school.
But...
I'm just calling it, guys. I'm just calling it.
Red flag. Okay,
Okay, cross the line? Does that cross the line?
That's like...
Does shooting up the school cross the line? Yes.
I think...
Yes, it does. You shouldn't.
Does that saying cross the line in our podcast here?
Which saying?
I think that was a little distasteful. My bad, guys.
Very, very sorry. Very, very sorry. Very sorry.
Oh, now that we heard
School shootings are bad.
From Shamar.
That crosses the line.
I think Nico should be next, actually.
Okay, so my take on the entire situation is there is a line, but it only crosses that line if you're out to physically or verbally harm the person. Like, if you don't want to harm them, but you keep on insulting them, it's in an endearing kind of way. But if you go every single day just to make them feel worse, then yeah, it's bullying. It's like if somebody makes an Instagram page about you in grade 10 and then posts some videos on there, I'd say that's bullying. But then if they do the same thing 2 years later, then I'd say that's a form of endearment. But I wouldn't know anything about that, would I?
Yeah, you wouldn't. Absolutely.
Wait, did Winston do this?
Shamar, do you happen to hear? Do you guys happen to hear Shamar eating anything?
I do. And personally, I feel like that crosses the line.
Hey, Shamar, you want to share with us at least? You want to share with us?
Yeah, we
all
know
nutrition crosses the line. Avenue. I need my rice and meat.
Okay. Is it spam?
No, it's pork. with soy sauce.
Guys, let's get back on topic here.
Right,
We don't
right,
care what
okay.
someone's eating.
All right. Well, we're done. I think we can move on to the next point that we want to talk about: underage drinking. At what point does it cross the line? Like at a certain age, because we're almost all
Okay,
of
I
legal
think-
age. Is it
I
okay
think-
for us to drink, or is it still like
Except
morally
when
and
you're
ethically
16
wrong?
years.
Okay. Well, he's
I
a
think-
child.
I say 14 and lower.
Yeah, I agree.
14
with
and
Shamar.
lower?
No, I
15's
think 12 and lower don't drink at all. But then if you're above that age, you could like try it. And then obviously when you're like a teenager, you know, like if you go to parties and shit, like it's okay as long as you're responsible about it. That's what I think.
I'd
What
say,
about-
like,
Yeah.
I'd say like in between the ages of like 15 and 13 is when like you don't want to do it publicly, but you can get introduced to it in your house. And then like once you hit the 16 or 17 mark, then you can try to do it. in
Yeah,
the
Nico, I
public
agree with
setting.
you on that one. That's actually
That's actually
that makes a
pretty
lot
good,
of-
yeah.
I think it's also
Actually.
it's also very important for parents to kind of educate their kids about alcohol use, because if a kid who's 17 has never kind of been around that, they're not going to understand anything, and it may negatively impact them as a result, and they may try it, and then it can all go downhill from there.
Yeah, because like if it's never been introduced as almost this thing that's banned, it's like you don't really know how much you can actually take of it. Like you don't know your limit, you don't know what it feels like. So if you're in a public setting, that's just a recipe for disaster, honestly.
Usually the limit is when you can't like open your eyes anymore.
Okay, that's
Or
enough.
like, you
Come on,
know, when you're
that's enough.
vomit,
Alright, that's
or
enough.
like when you're vomiting on a toilet.
All right, okay. I
It's
think
like
that's
like
enough.
lottery.
It's like-
we can stop right there.
And
That
you
is
tap-
perfectly
It's
fine.
like
No,
lottery.
we're- I think we're great.
Know
I
your
think we're
limit,
great.
stay within it.
This is a
And you
family
taxi
friendly-
home with strangers that
No,
you
this
don't
is a
know.
family-friendly podcast. We can stop talking about this now. We're good. We're good. guys. Anyways,
Okay, wait, have you
okay.
seen the next topic?
Wait,
I don't
what's the
know.
next topic?
No, stop.
Legalize weed.
Guys, going back to underage drinking. Is it okay for a parent to be like, "Hey, son, try this"? Like to go out of their way to make their son try alcohol.
Yeah,
Yes.
like a small amount, like not like a lot, but
I'd
a
say-
decent amount.
Yeah, like
I'd say if it's-
don't force feed your kid vodka.
Yeah.
Like I'd say if it's only consensual.
Give your son
I
a
mean, you're not
glass.
gonna-
Hey,
You
son,
can't
drink
force
this.
feed
What's
your
this,
son
Dad?
anything.
It's water. Oh, okay. Jugs it. Ah, that tastes weird. Yeah, keep going.
Yo, why is everything spinning?
Yo, bro, help. Next topic. I don't think I'm the one to address this because I don't have much experience.
I'll speak about this topic.
All right.
Me too.
Legalization of weed and medicinal usage. When does it cross the line? When does it go across the line of like actual medicinal usage and just being full on addicted? Thoughts?
I mean, people will say that you can't get addicted to weed, but
You can get addicted to anything.
You can
Exactly.
get you can get addicted to
You
anything.
can.
You can get addicted to you can get addicted to like fingering your asshole. Like
You know,
that's anyone can get
I
addicted to
mean,
that.
Christian
I-
podcast.
I wouldn't word it like that, but you know.
Butthole, my bad.
Oh, please,
You know
no,
what, yeah.
stop.
But like,
I mean, like eating whole edibles every day. That crosses.
Like
No, that-
eating the weed and then sucking on
No.
it to get the oils out. I think
Oh,
that I think that's the
that
line.
also crosses
That's
the
the
line.
line. I think you don't want to cross that one.
Not only do you
I-
waste weed, it's just
Yeah, if
It's
you're-
just
if
not
you're-
even. It's not even being used recreationally. You're just wasting the weed and eating it because, oh man, I just want to get high. Because you're just thinking,
like, if
wow,
you're-
I need to
if
get
you're
high right
sucking on-
now.
yeah,
that's
it's
pretty dumb.
like to the point where it's like you can't like do anything unless you're high or something to that.
Like personally,
Okay, well, yeah, that's okay. On that level, then you actually have like a serious problem, and you need help. If you are listening and you are doing that, you need help. Get help.
yeah.
Get help.
Wait a minute.
We'll put some
Look, no.
hotlines in the description down below.
God damn it.
we won't. We'll put Shamar's phone number. Actually, you can hit him up.
Yeah.
Wait, no,
We'll
no.
also send his email address if you want to send.
We'll
him.
also send you his address. Oh wait, no, everyone already knows it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want to send
Everyone
fan
send
mail
us
to him,
again.
just
Yikes, guys. Okay, but
Um,
what do you guys think about the legalization of weed? Does that cross the line? Do you think that that's a good decision?
yeah, it's a pretty good decision.
Economically
Are
speaking,
you saying that just because
actually,
you're
yeah.
sober?
I think it's an all right. Like I don't have any problem with it.
I feel like there's a certain point that like has to happen. Like if they can like completely legalize it 100%, but they still need to enforce it a bit. Like in my opinion, they need to enforce it a bit stronger than alcohol, or like just like have it not be as available to children as it is right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Nico here. I mean, obviously, like I think drugs should definitely stay out of like kid. Like with alcohol, maybe it's fine because it's very easy to purchase. But like when it comes to like drugs,
Marijuana.
like weed, I think that they should probably keep it out of their hands until like at least 21. Because honestly, I've read reports that like it like messes up your brain and shit.
Mhm.
So,
It messes with development, and the brain is not finished till
Ah,
21.
so you probably
Shamar, your brain was already not developed. when you-
Oh, yeah. No! I am a guest.
You're a guest. It's okay. You're a permanent
It's
guest.
okay.
I am a guest, and I don't feel.
Oh, it's okay.
Welcome.
How do you?
Shamar can't even find the right word he wants to use. Like this is literal proof,
I
guys.
am feeling even less welcome now. Fuck.
It's okay, Shamar. Hey, does this cross the line?
It's
Yeah.
okay. You win some, you
Does
lose
this
some,
cross
right,
the line?
guys?
No, it just gets close to it.
Is it on the line?
Anyways, going back to the topic, with legalization of weed, though, I feel like it is good for Canada overall because I feel like it has to at least boost our economy by a little bit. Like business-wise, it creates jobs. It creates like more businesses, more
And
local
people can get
businesses.
creative.
And people are going to want to travel to Canada as a whole a lot more because it's becoming legal all over Canada.
Hey, Shamar, don't fucking interrupt me.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I see.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Anyways,
Okay,
guys,
alright.
so yeah, that was my take. Kyle, do you want to add a point?
As I was saying, economically, yeah, it's pretty good because people will come to Canada and spend their money. People from America will come because they can't blaze up in America. Well, except for like places like Ashland.
Yeah.
Colorado.
But yeah, so they'll just go to Vancouver or something because why not? And then that will boost our economy because we'll have an outsource of revenue.
Exactly.
Also,
Yeah.
there's been multiple
And then we'll
reports
finally be out of there. Wait, oops.
there's been multiple reports where the legalization of it actually decreases the amount of arrests due to possession of marijuana. So it is good from an economic perspective, but it also helps in a crime perspective.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think that's I agree with Nico. All right,
could
let's
focus
go to the
on
next
something.
topic. Shamar, do you want to read it out?
There you go, Shamar.
Sure. Parental interference. When does it cross the line?
All right.
So Shamar,
Are we
What do you think
talking
of this?
about-
When you're grade 12 and you can't even have a sleepover with friends.
Wait, can you actually? Oh, right. Well, no, you can now.
I can now, but like before I
Even
have to like
before,
lie
right?
about a dude.
Yo,
named
Dave from Richmond?
Oh,
Dave-
Dave from Richmond is
wait,
real.
Shamar,
my bad.
Why don't
Shamar.
you go ahead and tell them of Dave from Richmond? Why
Yeah,
don't you
tell them
us
about the
all-
legend
the
of Dave
viewers-
from
Dave,
Richmond.
tell us.
so like, I was just at open gym chilling, and there was this guy named Dave. I was like, yo, Winston? I was like, yeah, no, Winston. Yo, want to have a movie marathon? Hell yeah. And yeah.
Shamar, tell the real. Like tell us the entire
Every
story, like
single
from your
detail, Shamar.
perspective. Tell us
Actually,
all
not
why-
every detail. Remember,
us about-
PG.
Tell us about everything, Shamar.
Okay, so I wanted to go sleep over at my friend's house, but since we live close, for some reason that's the reason why I can't sleep over. So I thought, hey, why not I just say, yo, I'm at Richmond, so they don't want to pick me up. So I was like, yo, I'm going at Dave's house. He lives in Richmond. Okay, call me, son. I was like, thanks, Papa. See ya. And then when it was 12, I was like, Shamar, it's 12. You coming home? Oh no, they have a guest room. I was like, oh, okay. Go sleep over. And yeah, that's basically the story of Dave from Richmond.
And you slept over at Dave's house, correct?
No, I was at your house.
Oh, this is.
Coach, we gotta throw Winston under the bus here.
Hey, come on,
suppose-
Shamar.
Bro, come
Oh
on.
my bad. Sorry. Was it?
What if your parents listen to this, Shamar? Like they're
Yeah.
gonna
Sorry,
hear
no.
everything
We
like this.
read
They're gonna
Daniel
know
from
that
Third.
Dave isn't real now. Like you just ruined us all.
It's too late.
No,
Yeah.
no. done.
we were at Daniel from Surrey. Daniel from
What?
Surrey.
No, you can't just make up Daniel from Surrey. That's not real.
No,
Dave
I
from
didn't make it up.
Richmond
It's
is
real.
Shamar,
Let's say you're gonna make up
throwing
like
away
a,
these
I don't know,
things,
Marcus
gonna
from
get
Ladner or something.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, what a-
who's Marcus from
Oh,
Ladner?
sorry, we read
Come
Marcus
on,
from
man.
Ladner. We read Marcus
Who's
from
that
Ladner.
guy?
Ladner.
Okay, but actually getting onto a serious point, parental interference, when does it actually become a problem? Like, when is too much too much?
When you're like calling your son, like if you're calling your son or daughter every 20-30 minutes, I think that's a little much for sure. I think
Right.
trying to like monitor your kid everywhere he goes is also not very smart. If you guys have seen Black Mirror, watch Archangel. Like that is definitely way too much. Do not do that. Like
Don't put a
Yeah.
don't put a
Okay,
If
well-
you do that, your daughter will end up
yeah,
smoking
don't-
crack, dude.
That
Yeah,
was
like
Coke, but you tried Shamar.
unless, unless, unless your kid is like under the age of like 8 or 10 even, you can monitor them, but to an extent. But past the age of 10, I think you should let them at least have them have their own like personal space.
Yeah, because like another thing that I have to look at is like the digital perspective of it. Because like yes, there's like the physical perspective where like it might be a bit overbearing if you call your son or your daughter every single like 30 minutes to see where they. But like the generation above us doesn't really know how the internet works. Like they didn't grow up with it, so it's this foreign thing to them, and it's like whenever we use the internet, they get worried because they don't actually know what we're doing. So when does it cross the line of, oh, you're just trying to see what I'm doing, or you're trying to actually invade my private life on the internet?
Yeah, that's fair. And it's also like, I'm like with Winston here, like it's fine for parents to have like a small amount of like interference, like to know where their kids are, because of course the parents wants to know where the kid is because they want them to be safe, and nothing wants, and they will want.
Shit, did I crash?
Yes.
All right.
Absolutely.
We seem to be having technical difficulties on.
I'm going to blame Shamar.
Shamar, what'd you do this time?
Shamar seems to be DDoSing Jason.
I am not DDoSing nobody.
We
I
will
am
move
not.
on. We will actually take.
Wait.
This is a perfect moment.
No. I just realized. I
Oh.
think the tsunami warning was real, and so Jason is dead.
No.
Actually,
Oh no.
he just died.
All right, we're going on a break. We're going
Okay,
on a break.
okay.
Oh,
So
never mind.
So I
You're
feel
back.
like slid my mic off.
Yo, how's the
I'm an
tsunami,
idiot.
bro?
Shut up, Shamar.
Oh. I tried.
Shamar, you want to just come over? You want to come over to Dave to Richmond here? You want to come visit?
I'm going.
Yeah,
I'm going
go
to take
visit
my
Dave
break.
from Richmond before the tsunami hits. Before all of this becomes underwater.
No,
But
Mama,
yeah,
you can't interrupt the podcast.
Okay, well, I think on that note,
I think on that note, I think a break is needed.
Okay,
Yeah,
So
I
we
think-
can-
we're gonna roll a break. We'll
Yeah,
see you guys
break.
in about 35 to 40 seconds.
all right.
Welcome
And
back.
we're back, guys. All
Oh,
right, all right, guys. We're back. We're back with our second half of the podcast. If you're falling asleep to this, wake up.
Don't wake up. Just keep dreaming.
Winston, don't scream, please.
Shamar, what are you doing,
It-
Shamar?
Hey,
I'm
it's
eating
okay.
ice.
He's eating ice. That's
God,
fine.
of course he's eating guys. Of course.
Oh,
You know,
All right.
and that's a perfect
Anyways-
transition into the next topic. No, it's
Our
not.
top.
No.
Our
No,
next
it
topic.
isn't.
Nico, read this one out.
Okay, so our next topic is, if you broadcast your life, when does it become too personal?
huh.
What do you guys think about that? Like when do you guys think it crosses the line? Like, do you guys think that just uploading a Facebook status every other day is too much, or do you think that it has to be like
I think if
every
you're-
hour?
I think if you're uploading a Facebook status, I think it's too personally.
Yeah, you should just
Uh,
delete Facebook.
Yeah, I don't think you should be uploading statuses.
Hey, Shamar,
anymore.
remember
I mean,
your Facebook
It's
post? What's up with that?
2018.
What's
Yeah,
up?
bro.
Get a Snapchat or something.
Shamar,
Don't do that. Stop.
Yeah.
Shamar, what is it in this new year? We have my New Year's resolution.
Nah, Winston. It's not Snapchat the kids are using. It's House Party. We're everyone.
House party. House
Rem-
party's
I'm not-
really in right now.
Yeah,
Guys,
House Party.
I'm gonna
House Party's
I'm gonna go
really
ahead and
in.
plug House Party right now. This is
Plug
not
it.
sponsored.
All right,
Not
everyone
sponsored.
add a
No
house
one would
party on
sponsor
your
us.
House Party, come sponsor us. Everyone get House Party right now. It's such a great app. I use it all the time to talk to my not home.
By the way,
Sometimes-
guys, this is not sponsored. This episode is not sponsored by House Party.
We wish it was sponsored by House Party. I
wish
really
we
need
had
the
at least
money.
one sponsor.
I really need the money. I actually need. Please, no, please. There are loan sharks coming
I'm
after me.
about
I
to get
really need the.
evicted.
Please.
Okay,
Anyways.
back to the actual topic. I feel like Shamar is a pretty good example of how it could potentially cross the line, because I'm pretty sure everyone in the entire school knows his address,
Oh yeah.
and like they know where he is, they know where he lives. So is that kind of breaking his personal space as a result.
Yes.
Even though, yes, this crosses the line.
There are 5 people on this podcast, Shamar. Let one of us speak. Just because it's your address doesn't mean you have the right number.
Yeah, we all live. Shamar, we all live at 874 East 18th Avenue.
Shamar.
You don't need to hog, except Jason. You don't need to hog it. And we can-
I do agree. I mean, I don't really want to admit this too much, but like being the person who kind of like started doing this, I kind of regret it because it's like, you know, what if someone actually goes to Shamar's house? Because that could actually put my friend in danger.
Yo.
For like what? Like some laughs? Like, is that even worth it?
I mean, he has the outside hooker to defend him.
I'm pretty sure my family's friendly with him.
Oh, what happens if every person who goes to Shamar's house gets trapped by the hooker and ends up going to the hooker instead of going to Shamar's house?
Hey Sheldon, we're doing.
Shamar, mute your mic, please.
Yes, Shamar, you're running the podcast, dude.
Shamar, it's really uncalled for. We get it. You live at 874 East 18th Avenue. Thanks.
This is
Oh
a
my-
prime example.
Oh my god!
example. Okay. Another point to talk about is IRL streamers and when that
On Twitch?
becomes
On
too
Twitch.
much. Yeah, on Twitch specifically.
On Twitch, yeah.
Yeah.
On Twitch.
Nothing else.
Yeah, like
Nah, nothing. Is that not YouTube
no,
gaming?
YouTube Red. When-
How about Facebook Live?
Oh yeah, guys, that reminds me. Remember to check out our YouTube Red series. It costs $2.79 per episode. Please support us. Thanks.
Why would anyone support us? We don't even have a YouTube Red series.
Yes, we do, Kyle.
What?
Actually,
No,
guys,
it's-
YouTube Red usually costs money, but I'm gonna tell you guys this quick and simple tip. If you want to get YouTube Red for free, just put Red before YouTube and get
No.
rid of the U. So
No,
just go to
no.
redtube.com. That actually
don't
gives
go
you-
there.
that gives
Don't
you-
go there.
that gives
No,
you
That's a lie.
absolutely do
That
not.
is
No.
proven. I go
No.
to the website every other week. I get free YouTube Red. Do not ban us off YouTube. All right, but
Just don't go to the website.
going back to the topic, I actually watch one of the streamers in question, and he actually doesn't have much of a personal life because he streams every day, and he has this kind of speaker so that when someone donates to him, it kind of like says like an automated message that like you can type whatever you want or like you can like play a song, and like he's gone shopping countless times and brought this like speakerphone into the store, and like some racist song just like comes out of this like full blast because some like 12-year-old kid on the internet thought it would be funny. And I'm not gonna lie, I found it funny. I found it funny.
So
But-
what are you, 12?
But yes, I have the maturity of a 12-year-old. But personally, I felt bad for the streamer in question because, dude, yikes! Like he actually got banned from Target. Like that's so tragic.
And the worst part is it's the Target next to his house.
Exactly.
Oh.
So he can't go back there.
He also has been. I think he's been stream sniped multiple times.
Oh yeah, swatting.
Has he actually been
Oh yeah,
swatted?
swatting.
Well,
is-
I know
yeah.
that someone I know that someone he hangs out with has gotten swatted, like Ice Poseidon. Ice Poseidon has gotten swatted dozens of times.
Fool. You've said his name.
What's wrong with that?
Nah, I guess nothing. Who's gonna watch this?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Fair.
But like, yeah, that brings into question because I know that Ice Poseidon also once did a stream where he recorded himself trying to fall asleep, and people just donated thousands of dollars while he was sleeping just to wake him up. It's like if you can't even sleep because you're streaming, or like if you're literally making yourself even more unhealthy just for content, pretty much, like is that crossing the line?
Absolutely not. He was making. He actually. I think that. I mean, okay, because think about it this way, right? I mean, yeah, it was probably interrupting his sleep, but if you kind of think about it, he's making bank. Like, he definitely can afford to like lose sleep for this one night because he definitely doesn't stream every single night.
Okay, actually, yeah, true, yeah.
So, like, yeah, you might lose sleep on this one night, but like, we're students. You got like all of you guys probably understand. Oh, you might stay up like really late, like up until like 4 a.m. almost, or even stay up all night just to like finish a project or something. But then
Actually, yeah.
while we're doing that, just to try to even like get good marks, this guy's making like what thousands of dollars while he's trying to like sleep. I mean, personally, I wouldn't mind. If you guys want to give me money while I'm wake me up all you want. I really do not care.
And on that cue, that's Winston's telling you can go to his house with an air horn and wake
Okay,
him
well,
up.
throw money at me. Throw money at me.
Throw money at him. Throw
Only
money
if you
at
throw
him.
money at me.
But at the same time, is it worth losing?
My house is 874 East 18th Avenue, Vancouver, BC.
But no.
Is it worth losing a social life just for an easy job and an easy out in life?
Honestly, no. I say no.
I will agree with Jason. I don't think the trade-off is worth it.
All I care about is money. I will absolutely do that. That is all me. That is all me. I'm taking the money route.
I mean, I basically have no privacy anyway.
Yeah.
Might as well take it to the next level and get money.
Exactly. That's just me though. I understand that you guys want to life. I mean, honestly, okay. Think about it this way, right? If you're a professional, you're a really popular streamer, right? And you're actually at the point where you're making like lots of money from streaming. You probably don't have a private life anyways. Like, imagine going out to the store and like people just like notice you. Like, let's say PewDiePie, and I walk into a grocery store, right? I'm probably gonna get recognized. So there goes my chance of like actually getting groceries without being interrupted. It's just like the same thing like being a celebrity, because you essentially are a celebrity just on the internet.
It is actually a fair point.
Yeah, I mean,
But it's all... Oh, sorry.
you can go. You can go.
Okay. It's interesting to kind of just look at how internet celebrities work and how that kind of is. Because you can look at one that doesn't show their face. Their fans clamor to know what they look like. Why? What's the gain from knowing that at all? Like, it shouldn't matter. You should just enjoy the content, and that should be enough for you. So
I guess that what happens is, so I'm guessing as people we always want to know what we know. Like, there's always that thirst for knowledge. So when you're presented with this person who you idolize, or like who you're a really big fan of, but you don't know what they look like, it's this unknown variable that you kind of need to solve. It's something that as a person you need to know what they look like, or like it's like when you're introduced with a new concept of something, you need to know how it works. Or like if you get a new phone, for example, or like a new game system, you want to figure out how it works or everything that you can do with it. So I feel like that transfers over to internet celebrities, where you don't even know what they look like, but it's that curiosity of who's this person making all this great content. Like, I want to know what they look like.
Yeah, I feel like for me personally, I don't really have any YouTuber that I really want to like know what they look like, but like I can kind of understand where Nico's coming from. Like, having a YouTuber that you look at, like you just really like that person and you kind of want to know what they like. It's just like a curiosity kind of thing. Like someone that you respect a lot. Like, obviously you want to know what they look like. That's just pretty much about it. Sorry, Jason.
And I also think a small part of it is because like almost everyone like these days who streams or does YouTube, you can see their face. And so like when one person doesn't do their face, it's like they're like confused why this person isn't doing it, since like everyone else is doing it also.
It kind of almost goes against the status quo that whenever somebody streams, they usually have either the gameplay or like the IRL stream that they're doing and a webcam to see their expression or their emotion. So when somebody doesn't have a webcam, it kind of takes away this one part that our brains are so recognized to seeing, so it leaves us very uncomfortable.
Well put, Nico. Well put.
That's a fair point. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Thanks.
I think it can also get extremely bad when it gets to the point of threatening the content creator and swatting them.
Yeah, that's absolutely no. That's
and
that's what it crosses.
That is
That
crossing
crosses
line
it. Yeah, that
100%.
crosses the line.
There's no reasonable like response. Like, you should never swat someone it at all. Well, someone who doesn't deserve it, of course. Like,
Well,
there's
swatting is
nothing-
actually illegal.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, just
Zero
a
people
waste
have
of.
gotten arrested.
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a
waste
waste of
of
resources,
military
got
time.
so,
so
like
much-
government resources.
SWAT
So
got-
yeah, obviously it is breaking the law. And if you do SWAT someone, I really hope you get arrested because that's actually such a piece of shit move.
Yeah,
It really
and
is.
and
And like,
recently,
and like, if I'm saying that's a piece of shit move, it really is a piece of shit move. Because here
Yeah,
I am
and-
saying my friend's address on the internet, being a fucking goofball, but like this crosses the line. That definitely crosses.
What if
Yeah,
I get
Reese-
swatted for people knowing my address?
Yeah.
Like some
If you
person
wanna
just
swat
really.
874, don't swat it. Don't swat.
Don't swat
It's
it
not
in
funny.
person. I mean, please. I have tenants. It's really bad for
Okay.
business.
All right.
and
Have
Reese-
tenants.
Bad tenants. All right, let's go to the next topic.
Alright, what's the next one?
How much do you share with new friends? Like how much do you let a person know about you when you're only recently developing a friendship? And when does it cross the line? Like, do you want to tell someone like, "Hi, my name is Kyle," and then you can immediately go into something like, "I fuck my cat." Like,
Okay, well, no, that
Yo,
crosses-
that crosses the line, right?
Fucking cats
So I
crossing
feel
the
like that one
line.
crosses. I feel like that one crosses the line.
Like, does it cross our line when when our nice waiter Ryan comes up to the table?
oh no.
And then you call him mom.
Yeah, like, does that cross the line?
I feel
for
like
one
no.
don't think so.
No.
I don't think so.
But talking about
I feel like talking about your friend's brother who wakes up with his pet dog. I think that one crosses the line a little bit.
Yeah, and
Personally,
yeah,
I still think
there's
it's-
some
I think
detail.
it's kind of funny. But I think it crosses the line.
Yeah, like
Kyle, what do you think about this? I'm not trying to call you on anything. Like
No, it's okay. Personally,
know.
I
I don't
Like-
I don't know. But
I mean, if I was the one serving, it's a kind of funny story. Like,
Yeah. I don't think it's too bad, honestly. Like, it's just a bunch of stupid kids messing with a waiter, and we're not like
Yeah.
wanting to actually harm
Harassing him.
And we did tip him like 20% each.
A good
So-
amount.
We did like genuinely respect him enough to be like, all right, we're stupid idiots. Let's actually like
yeah, like
help him out because we ruined his day potentially.
I think he had a good time with it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
probably did.
I think it honestly depends on
Yeah, it depends on the
type of person
waiter.
that you get.
He's
Obviously,
legalizing.
obviously, if the waiter isn't having it, stop.
Yeah,
Because they're definitely getting paid minimum wage. If it's a waiter, they're probably getting paid minimum wage or like a little bit more. They don't get paid enough for this shit, to be honest. So, like, I think honestly, I don't want to be that guy, but I think we kind of made his day a little bit. Like, he laughed, he smiled. I think we made his like shift at least a little bit better.
yeah.
That's what I hope.
I'm pretty much sure that when he got home, he told like one of his close friends, like, "Yo, when I was working today, this group of teenagers came in and started talking about cousin."
They also started talking about fisting a dog.
Okay, well,
Okay.
anyways, let's get back on topic.
Okay,
I
wait,
wonder if he wait.
okay.
No, I'm gonna go off topic. I
Okay.
wonder if he noticed that we stole the rice.
Okay, hold on.
Oh,
Wait,
you guys
yeah,
are Shamar, it was like-
my name is
Come
not
on,
Winston
man.
Louis. I do not
Yeah,
go to
okay,
Shamar
he is
for
actually
secondary.
Dave?
I actually live in
Dave from
Richmond.
Richmond?
I live in Richmond. I don't associate with Shamar. Who associate with Shamar Astley? Yeah. Continue.
Okay, wait.
Back on topic.
Yeah, back on top.
How much
How
do
about-
you yeah?
What happens if you're like you met this new person and like this person just starts talking to you about like what's going on with their life? Would you think it's fine? Personally, for me, I think it's perfectly fine. Honestly,
Well, it depends how much you share.
True.
Yeah.
And it depends like how well you know the person and if they can empathize with your plight. Because if you like go up to a new friend and say, "Wow, my cat pissed on my bed,"
Oh,
like, can they empathize with that? And is
No,
that too
probably
much? to
not.
share?
That's
No, they
that's
probably
my
that's
cat
can't.
never pisses me.
I can though. I
Also,
can.
I
If your
think-
cat pees on your shit, let me
Actually,
help you
yeah.
out.
Well, it really just depends. Really, I think
Also,
the first thing
yeah.
you should do is before you don't just start with it though. I feel like you should probably at least get to know the person at least a little bit more. Do, and just be like, "Oh, do you have a cat?" And then if they do have a cat, then just be like, "Oh, my cat pissed on my bed," and then I licked up the piss. Like,
I don't think that's what you do.
anyways,
But also, another
it-
factor that you have to take into account: how sober are both of you? Like,
and don't forget trustworthiness.
yeah,
It's talking about
Like,
a
is this
fish.
person like a Winston?
Hey.
Is talking about a fish nutting on your boots too far?
What?
Like people.
What?
All right, that was
Okay.
completely unfunny. We apologize for that joke.
Yeah, I'm.
We're all
Not even a joke. It happened.
from
Wait.
me, Kyle,
Okay, I'm actually
Jason,
curious.
and Nico. We're
I'm curious.
we're
Okay.
apologizing.
Like how
Shamar said,
serious?
Shamar said it actually happened.
It's
Yeah.
Shamar, what happened?
Yeah, what
So, like,
happened?
I was fishing with my boy Winston.
I'm not your boy. You're my boy. Shamar. Shut
Why you
your
gotta?
I'm
The
fishing
bullshit
with my
bell.
daddy Winston. And,
bullshit bell.
No, this is legit. You were there. You can ask your dad. And well, I got a bite, but since the tension wasn't tight on my line, the fish basically made it across like halfway down the river, so I had to run for it. And when I finally caught it, and I like stepped on it to make sure it wouldn't move, and I could like just end its life, it just nutted on my boots. Like just white semen all over my boots.
That's a defense mechanism, Shamar.
It's not a
how do you
defense
know it's
mechanism.
semen? Shamar, did you look it up at least? Did you
What?
test if it was
Yeah,
semen?
Shamar. You
It's-
don't know if it
it's-
was semen.
it's-
It could. How do you know that fish don't bleed white?
Yeah, come on.
Okay,
Shamar.
well, let's assume it's semen because like your dad was like, "Oh shit, Shamar, that's semen." What?
Well, how do we know my
Yeah,
dad knows?
of course, it comes from the
Wait.
sea, so it's
Wait.
semen.
Wait.
Exactly.
Wait. But fish lay
Wait.
eggs, and then they.
It was a male. It was a male.
Yeah, but
Well, what else was the white stuff?
well, I'm pretty
McDonald's
sure
chicken
fish have
sauce.
semen. I don't know. From
Because
what I learned
cod
from
semen.
Bio
People-
11,
people
I don't
eat cod
necessarily
semen.
remember.
Yo, wait. Okay, does somebody want to search this up for?
No.
Shamar.
Can salmon
Yes. Thank you for that great keyboard clicking. That's what I needed in this podcast.
nut semen?
I don't know, Shamar.
Well, I'm googling it.
Shamar, can you spell salmon?
SALMEN.
Oh my.
Sorry.
Oh well, you guys, you heard it here.
SALMEN.
Shamar cannot spell salmon. Marijuana should not be legalized, and you should not be trying it under the
Does
age of
this-
21. Do not try it underneath the age of 21. This is a
Does
serious.
this cross
This is
the
literal.
line?
This is literal. Like Shamar cannot spell salmon. That's a 5-letter word. Grade 12, guys. Take it away.
Oh my god, I
Just
said
say
E
five
instead of
letter
O.
word. Winston, did you just say 5-letter word?
It's 6.
It's 6,
Oh.
Winston.
Oh well, in that case,
Definitely.
definitely should not try it. Wow. Wow. Have I learned a lot today?
Wait, what topic are we on again?
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, right. We were doing a
Yeah,
podcast.
No, we have to find out. Can a fish nut on your boot?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, right. This is very
Well, a
important.
fish can
Can,
nut. If you can find out a fish can nut, then that.
Can a salmon nut? The color, texture, like a salmon.
While we wait for Shamar to search this up, let's talk about video games for a second here. Okay. This is for all you gamers out there. All you
Gamers
gamer
with a
dudes,
Y.
all you gamer dudes, dudettes. If you play a game like League of Legends, or let's say a team game at least, is it okay? Does it cross the line to like leave a game, dodge a game?
Huh.
It truly depends on the situation.
Yeah.
Like if you have Shamar on your team, then yeah, dodge a
Okay, no,
hundred.
absolutely dodge.
What about
If
what
your team
about
is, like,
support Timo?
Blaming before, yeah, support Timo, yeah.
Researcher.
But if your team is flaming in the chat, and you already know that's gonna lead up to a bad game, you might as well just dodge and get out.
Yeah.
It's no point.
Yeah,
Okay.
or if you know a person's purposely trying to like like ruin your game, or like literally if they're in chat like, hey, I'm
Okay.
gonna go.
A salmon can indeed produce semen. The one that was on my boot. The picture.
Thank you, Shamar. Thank you
Thank you.
for
Thanks,
great.
thanks, Shamar.
You know, we learned a lot today.
Thanks,
learned a
Shamar.
lot.
No, you don't have to put no Shamar.
Okay,
We don't have to
Shamar.
see that. Shamar, that's disgusting. We really don't need this. I'm gonna
No.
delete this.
Hey,
actually. I
that
don't
chip
wanna
is
see
on
that.
my boot.
Anyways, so going back to the topic, I agree with Jason and Nico 100%. I think that if someone is literally going out of their way to try to ruin your like game or to like ruin your fun, then yeah, you should definitely not play that because You're probably just gonna end up having a bad time, and then you're just gonna end up ruining the entire experience for yourself.
It's like if somebody pulls out the disco Nunu on you, you already know that's an immediate dodge right there.
Yeah, like if he says I'm gonna use the skin Nunu bot, then dodge,
and then
get out
run
of there.
down buttons.
Get out of there. Get out of there. Anyways, Kyle,
What if he
talk
goes
about the last
workshop
topic.
menu?
No, Shamar, no, stop. Kyle, talk about the last topic. Please, give me
Um,
out. I just don't want to be here, Shamar. He's ruining my entire experience.
That's fair. All right.
I'm trying to
Okay,
dodge
this-
this podcast.
The last topic is freedom versus safety. When does it cross the line? Would you rather have your freedom and be less safe, or be safe and have left and be
This is
more
an easy
restricted
one.
as a
This is
result?
this is a really easy one, Kyle. Who wrote this one?
Which one? This topic?
This last one, yeah.
I did.
You're a dumbass.
Thank you very much.
No, I'm joking.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
No, this is a good one. Actually.
I wrote all of these points except like 2, I think.
Yeah, too. Somewhere.
Anyway,
Oops.
but
Anyway,
yeah,
freedom versus safety. I think that I definitely would go for freedom still, because having like being secure, being 100% secure is really nice. But on the other hand, not being able to do what you want, like if I want to bust a fat nut and I can't even do that, out of the chance that I might get like an STD or something out of nowhere, like that is a life that I do not. Like, yeah, that was kind of a joke, but I'm also kind of being like legitimate here in a sense, because if I can't even go outside because there's a chance I could get hit by a car or something. Oh wait, no, cars won't even exist. Dangerous. But like, how would I get around? Getting on the bus is dangerous. Like, even walking down the street is dangerous because you don't know what could happen. So being 100% safe means you're not even living a life. So there's no point of even like being safe because you're not protecting anything. That's
but
all
at
I
the
have.
same time, if you get rid of safety in favor of freedom, then
It's,
the world essentially
yeah.
it goes into chaos as a result, because
Oh, yeah.
nothing.
Dog's world.
That's why there has to be a balance.
Good synergy.
But the problem is finding that balance. Like, when does too
Yeah.
much become too much? If, let's say, the government taps into your calls, does that go against? Like, is that bad? They're just keeping you safe, but at the
But
cost
also-
of your
Well,
freedom.
that's their excuse.
I believe that they can do it if there's like really good evidence. They like really need to tap into confirm
Also,
it.
even
But if there's like no good evidence, please.
Yeah, like even though
Yeah.
there needs to be really specific guide, because it's not like if you just wiretap every single call, then it's people aren't going to agree with it. But if you put like even the most vague explanation, it's like, oh, we want to stop incoming, like for example, terrorist attacks, and that's like what they would minimize that search into calls that they think were affiliated with terrorist attacks. Then I'm guessing people would be much more acceptant of it, because it's not like everybody's information is getting controlled or like documented. It's only like a very specific area.
Actually, yeah, that does make sense. I agree with you, Nico. Actually, good point.
So when can they like just tap into our calls?
Nico just said, Shamar,
I'm
open your
sorry.
ears.
I'm sorry.
Open your ears.
I'm a guest.
Kyle, actually, no, Jason. What thoughts?
Freedom versus safety?
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, my bad, guys.
It's a tough one here. Because, like, freedom is nice. Like, you can do what you want, but it will lead, then it will lead to everyone doing whatever they want, which leads to chaos. But with
Yeah.
safety, like, everything is more controlled. Everything
Who are you?
is to an extent.
I don't know you.
Oh
What
my!
are you doing?
No.
Kyle's dad.
Oh,
Kyle's
Costa.
dad.
No.
What the fuck?
Wait, Kyle, where was the dad at?
I think
Oh,
he's
shit,
in
guys,
Costa
I'm-
Rica.
My mic got unmuted, guys. My bad, guys. I'll be right back.
All right,
Oh, special
Where
guest.
was
special guest.
I? Kyle's
Your
dad.
All right, Shamar.
Okay, I think I said everything I wanted to say.
But like,
Alright.
yeah, because if you think about it, there's two political like there's two government types. You either have anarchy or you have totalitarianism. Which one would you prefer?
I probably go with the how do you pronounce it?
Totalitarianism?
Oh my god, dude.
That one, because
You're unbelievable,
I'm
Shamar.
kind of a pussy. I'll probably like die in an
So Shamar,
anarchistic.
Shamar, you're telling me that you would want to be ruled underneath an oppressive dictator,
Like North
Oh
Korea.
yeah, I could like suck dick real good. Like
Yeah,
I'll make it
that's
very.
We know you can.
And that is why Shamar.
And
that-
there's a special guest.
And that is why Shamar waited 30 minutes to get Winston a sandwich, went to his house, dropped it off, and Winston didn't even finish the sandwich.
So,
Guys.
yeah, like I feel like this is based on how well I think I survive in the either two governments. Yeah, I'll probably go with the one with the dick. Because in an anarchistic place, I'll probably just get like butt raped or something.
Yeah, let's go through the entire cast. So Kyle, which one would you choose?
Out of what? Out of like.
Would you choose either anarchy or totalitarianism?
Honestly, like, it's actually hard to understand, to like pick a point, because they both are very flawed. But
It's like the lesser of two evils.
exactly,
Yeah.
which one is worse?
The
I-
government versus people. Like, what do you want controlling the
Yeah,
world?
who do you trust more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I would go into chaos just because I feel like, I don't know. I couldn't imagine a world being controlled and being like restricted to a total point. So yeah, I think I would go with anarchy.
Jason, what about you? Which one would you pick?
I think I'll pick the latter one, because I don't know. I feel like being more safe is more important. A little more important than being free, because I can somewhat deal with being restricted to some things, but yeah, that's just me.
Papa, I'm doing a live stream. Oh no, a podcast. Oh man.
Oh my god. Okay, I'll go next. I would choose anarchy. You may ask, Winston, why? What is wrong with you? And this is where I come in and I swoop you underneath my wing and I say, you know what? I can't afford an iPad.
That's a lie. That is.
How else am I supposed to? How else am I iPad if the government's watching me?
Would you could just
There-
steal that iPad?
Exactly. So, anarchy.
But
Anyways,
couldn't somebody steal that
nope,
iPad?
nope, no, 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 no,
Kill
no,
them.
Couldn't
nope,
someone
nope,
just
nope,
steal
nope,
that iPad?
You kill them with a rock.
nope, Kill them
How
with the
about if
iPad.
how about if someone took all
Nope.
the rocks
Nope.
from you?
Nope,
And then
nope,
you throw the iPad.
nope. Yeah, you throw the iPad, grab another one.
Like
There's
a
unlimited
boomerang.
iPads. In this world, there is unlimited iPads. That is it. Anyways, Shamar, let's hear what you have to say. Oh wait, no, Shamar already made his decision. Nico,
Yeah.
Nico.
Okay. Honestly, now that I think about it, I'd probably pick totalitarianism. Honestly.
Oh yeah.
Like if it was between the two, because I know for a fact that even though it is totalitarianist, it's for the best interests of the dictator itself to keep its citizens alive. Like, if you're trying to do international trade deals, you don't want to be known as the dictator who like kills everybody because it's Tuesday. Like that's not how it works.
Stalin did that.
Okay, yeah, but,
But
like,
he's Stalin, man.
yeah, like he's stalling for time. Anyway, but like
Oh my
for
God.
anarchy.
That was
for
terrible,
anarchy-
Nico. That was actually terrible. That Wow.
He's a permanent.
I
He's a
am-
nice lady.
I am actually.
I'm a
That
permanent-
is
I can,
Yes.
do that. I can make that joke more permanent. But, like,
wow.
but, like if it's in anarchy, then it's pretty much going back to primitive roots where it's kill or be killed. So would you rather be stuck behind concrete walls, or would you rather just run around like Shamar in the jungle and try to kill people?
But Nico, is Shamar the coolest monkey in the jungle?
Okay. Well, on that note, we're actually gonna cut off the podcast here. It's been great having this podcast. Hopefully, you liked the first episode. This will be every Thursday.
Every Thursday, really?
It's every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Every
All
Thursday.
right, every Thursday.
Tune in next week where our topic will be the 1960s. We're gonna
We're gonna travel back in time to the 1960s to talk about JFK getting shot in the head by Shamar.
Wait, no.
What?
All right.
I thought it was.
Greg, leave.
It's done.
Lee Harvey Oswald.